at this rate is phenomenal. So fair play to him in that, and I think he has to take huge credit. And this team, Chelsea, really look like a team who go up there to stay.
And look at those Liverpool fans in the away, and it clearly feels like a win to them, doesn't it, this draw? Let's just confirm the rest of the day's results for you then, and it was Manchester United's joint worst start to a season after their defeat today. That's just 10 points in 7 games, whilst West Ham get their biggest league win over United since October 1982. 2 goals in the last 10 minutes sealed a 5th consecutive Premier League win for the Gunners, the first time since August 2017 that Arsenal have now won 5 in a row. Despite Sigurdsson missing a penalty, a brace from the same player and a first of the season for Cenk Tosun sealed Everton's first Premier League win in 5 games. Huddersfield have now only scored once in their last 9 league games at the John Smith Stadium. Aguero has scored 15 goals in his last 11 home Premier League games. It's the first time ever that Newcastle have lost their opening 4 home league games. Leicester now move up to 7th. Whilst Wolves extend their unbeaten run to 5 games. And this is what a brilliant day in the Premier League means for the table. Manchester City back where they feel they belong at the top, thanks to that fantastic goal difference of plus 18 after just 7 games. Liverpool are level with them on 19 points. Chelsea just a couple of points behind. As I say, Leicester up to 7th. Wolves also in the top half, and you can see there Manchester United slide down to 10th. And worrying times at the bottom for Huddersfield and Newcastle. Meanwhile, Cardiff and Burnley has become a battle of 2 strugglers later in the weekend, hasn't it? Next weekend, we've got another double-header for you. We have 2 great games for you today. We split them across the weekend in a week's time. First of all, Manchester United against Newcastle United, 2 sides who really need a result in 7 days' time. Followed next Sunday morning by the London derby, Fulham against Arsenal, and that one gets going at 11:30 in the morning. It's a midday kickoff. Caught your breath? That was great, wasn't it? What does it feel like for Liverpool to draw that? Feels like a win for the players as well as the fans?
That's like a win. To come to Stamford Bridge and nick a late goal and get a draw, that's a fantastic result. They'll go back up that motorway buzzing.
Could have been frustrating, but listen to those fans. You can still hear them
not leaving. Not leaving and not keen to leave either, and who can blame them? All right, so we're going to take a quick...
Cheers, thank you.
Well done. I expected Daniel Sturridge to be buzzing a bit more off that, didn't you?
Wouldn't mind a smile, just put one in the top bin like that, you know, but...
Do you think maybe he's thinking, I should be playing more regularly? This is, you know, this is
I don't think he can. I don't think he can. You know, you can't look at that front 3 and be sat there going, oh, I should be starting in this team after what they produced last year. I think he said was spot on. He's obviously had to have a look at himself. You know, I don't know kind of whether he's gone to West Brom on loan and actually realised what he is actually a part of within this Liverpool team.
He said that, I think, actually.
And,
yes.
you know, then he gets the opportunity to go, let me get my head down and prove to Jurgen Klopp I will do anything to get minutes within this team. And he's proven that, you know, since coming back in. As he said, he had the attempt midweek, tweaked it, did just come off the bar, and today that was just... It's exactly what he's capable of, and it's pure genius. And as you know, you can feel sorry for Chelsea because there's nothing you can do about this. If you're going to be ultra critical, you go, Kante, get a bit closer. But at the same time, as a midfield player, I'm going, yeah, go on then.
Yeah,
I'll take this.
I'm afraid to say, Rio, this isn't one where you analyse the defending, is it?
No, you don't. And I think that what it shows you, though, it's taken a goal of this quality to break this Chelsea down. And again, you have to pay credit to the Chelsea team. But here, this isn't about defending, this isn't about a goalkeeper, this is about pure brilliance in that left foot. And I think the penny's dropped with Daniel now. I think Daniel was someone who was expected to start all the time after, given what he'd achieved and what he'd done with Suarez in a Liverpool shirt. Injuries have robbed him maybe of maybe some of his best years, the most powerful years in terms of his legs. But once penny drops, experience, age comes into play. He realises, again, like JJ said, he's in a squad that are capable now of on the edge of winning something. He wants to be a part of that, whether he's on the bench or if he's starting. If he can come on and impact games the way he's doing at this moment in time, he'll feel a real part of this squad.
And also credit Jurgen Klopp as well, because it felt, you know, not even when he went out on loan, but, you know, last season, 9 Premier League appearances, Klopp kept giving him opportunities, but not starting him. But Jurgen stuck with him as well, and there has to be credit to the manager for that.
Yes, you know, we don't know if there's any offers actually that came in for him, and then was stuck down that road of actually go out on loan and get some minutes under your belt. I imagine he was really frustrated with Daniel at times, because I'm sure training with him and watching him every single day, he's going, this lad has got so much ability and so much potential, but I can't get him fit. I can't get him to play the way that I want to play with the intensity that Mane, Salah and Firmino all play. But like I said, he's obviously done something, Daniel, to sort his physique out to the point where now Jurgen will look at him as an important member of the squad.
You can trust him physically, can't you?
Of course, yeah.
But I think top managers make players buy into what they're trying to achieve. And that's what he's done. Because I feel Daniel was a bit disillusioned at one point. Get me out of here, I need to go somewhere else, I'm giving up almost. But the little murmurings, the little messages you see that Klopp was giving out in the media, it's the best shape I've seen him. Yeah. He looks tuned in. He understands what I want now. That's all feeding to a player's ego, feeding to a player's makeup of saying, I want to be here, I want to stay here because the manager's believing about, he's talking about me in the press. These things build players up and they need that. And that's a great trait in a manager. And this manager, Klopp, for me, he does that with his players. He builds them up to feel 10 foot tall when they walk out there.
Unlike some managers. And we might have been slightly surprised by the lack of a smile from Daniel Sturridge. Something tells me there'll be a smile on the face of Jurgen Klopp, who's also now with Des. So his team, in every respect.
They all buy into it, and I think that's where that belief comes from as well, that they feel they'll create another chance, another opportunity, because not only do they have the depth within the squad now, but the energy and the way that he's set his team up and the way that those fans seem constantly positive that something's going to happen. It inspires them towards the end, and, you know, they got the rewards today.
And also those questions we were asking about, can he identify issues and solve them? He's answered that as well this season. I mean, the goalkeeper being a perfect case in point.
Oh, the goalkeeper, I mean, we questioned him for the goal, but he more than made up for it in terms of the 1v1 with Eden Hazard. It was a great save. Here again, reacts well, comes out, and he makes himself big. And I think his distribution, he sets a tone as well. He does things very quickly here. This is such an impressive save here. When Hazard will be disappointed, he should maybe lift it, but he comes out and does what's asked of him, and he stops the ball going in, and that allows him to then come on and go on and get the equaliser.
They lose the game without him.
Listen, I think yeah, you're right. You're totally right, Jay. But I think the reason we criticise that first goal is because of moments like that. I think we've seen how good this goalkeeper actually is. So what you do is you start to really kind of like critique little things and think, well, is his positioning right here or there? And that first goal, you know, we thought he could have done better, but there's no doubt that he played a massive role in today's result. He was brilliant after that.
What do you think of at the moment when you think about Liverpool and their chances for the title? City back on top this evening.
They're genuine title contenders, 100%. You can't look at this Liverpool team and not think, wow, they've got a real chance. They've got the quality. They've got a manager who's implemented these ideas into this team. You know exactly what they're about. The intensity with which they play, they never give up. They always feel they're going to get a goal in a game, and they've got 3 strikers out there and then people on the bench who can turn a game. So they're definitely up there. And what was more telling today than anything that I thought, and which Klopp will be happy with, is that he can see the depth now within the squad. People are coming on and changing. Keita came on, give them a little bit more thrust from the middle of the pitch. Shaqiri came on, could have scored a goal earlier and got them level. Daniel comes on and does that. Their players are making a difference when they come onto the pitch.
It's a compelling argument from an ex-Manchester United player that for Liverpool winning the league, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just thinking about that. Right, we're going to take a very quick... He's quite right, you know, to mention how long he's been here. And we've praised Jurgen Klopp, and absolutely we should do. But remember, that's a 3 or 4 year project that the Liverpool manager has embarked upon. This guy's been in less than 3 months.
Yeah, and obviously will want to probably add to the squad even more, you know, over the time that he has here at Chelsea. He's got to be delighted. It's as simple as that. You know, the style of play that they are playing with, how quick they're moving the ball. What impressed me most about Chelsea today was their ability to adapt. A lot of managers have this very kind of one way of playing, and I think he realised today that playing against Liverpool, defensively, are we there yet? I need to make sure we shore up a little bit. And they were far more disciplined, especially within their fullbacks, than they usually are.
That shows a smart manager as well. And it was probably no different when you were at Man United with Sir Alex. He would adapt the way the team were playing for who they were playing against.
Yeah, and I think there's a humility within that as well. You can't always go everywhere and say, this is our style, we're going to play like this. I mean, here you see the fullbacks last week against West Ham high, leaving the midfielders and defenders isolated. Here today, look at them, a lot more conservative, understanding that they're the areas that Liverpool thrive in once they get transition of the ball. And they defended superbly today to a man. The whole back four today was superb. David Luiz, for me, man of the match. He was brilliant. But them defenders there, and that little tweak gave this Chelsea team the platform to go and play the way they did. And them 2 fullbacks normally will be like wingers. They'll be higher up the pitch, looking to get on the ball and affect the game in the attacking third, whereas today they were saying, listen, OK, we understand the threat of this Liverpool team and we'll adjust accordingly.
There was all this talk about Sarri ball before he arrived, and people that hadn't seen the way that he'd set teams up previously were kind of wondering, what is that? And we saw it with the goal today. I mean, he can get teams playing beautiful football at such incredible speeds.
Well, it's 1- and 2-touch play, and it's players taking balls in tight areas and having the ability to have the awareness and the calmness to deliver those passes in key moments, and that's what that goal, you know, epitomised. It was sharp, it was quick, it was to the point, and it was right through the heart of Liverpool. And I just felt that, I suppose it was Sarri's signature right on that goal, right there.
Sorry, JJ. What's great about this as well, other than just tactics that we look at, is what he's created. This was a depressed and unhappy squad last year, the back end of the season. Players talking about leaving. Hazard said he wanted to leave after the World Cup. This guy's come in and brought real harmony within this squad, a belief now. They've all got an idea. He's painted a picture, and they can see it. And that's a huge thing for a manager to be able to come and do in that short space of time. That's an achievement in itself.
Is it enough of an achievement to make you both wonder about Chelsea competing for the title? Because at the start of the season, neither of you even had this Chelsea side finishing in the top 4.
I'm still not there yet myself personally. I still see it as a battle between Manchester City and Liverpool. You know, Liverpool were brilliant today. They've come to Stamford Bridge with a front three that played well, but nowhere near, I suppose, the level that they were at last year. They're still yet to get to that, and when they do, you know, they'll have the edge in games like tonight. But yeah, I had them outside of the top 4.
You must have changed your opinion for the top 4.
It's difficult not to, I'm not going to lie. But to do that, I'd have to probably kick out Spurs. So
it's never easy.
I don't know where I'm sat right now.
Chelsea are finishing above Spurs for me. I just think that they've got the way that Sarri's coaching them, but also they've got the best player in the league at the moment, and that's Hazard. And when you've got him in your team, you've always got a chance of winning games and just snatching games from people.
Listening to you talk, you know, whether it's in here, whether it's off air, in the Winnebago, wherever, you've often questioned Chelsea's defending. What did you think of them today? Because you were part of the conversation about having David Luiz as man of the match.
Yeah, they just look more resolute. I mean, this guy, we all know what he's like on the ball. Here's a few examples. That's off his left foot here, 30, 40-yard ball. Here off his right foot, playing people in from that position. There ain't many players on the planet who can pass the ball like that. What was always been a question is his concentration, defending. But today, he had it all. He done it all. He was fantastic. Header in the 6-yard box where you need him to be. And then when he gets on the ball, picking people out. I mean, this type of passing here, that's what you want from your centre midfielders, who are probing attacks here. What a ball. Normally them balls are flighted. That is zipped in over the back 4 on a sixpence, intercepting balls. This is what you want from your centre-half, somebody who can influence the game, not only from a defensive standpoint, another one off the line, but also when you get the ball. An all-round game today was fantastic.
And you know, you'll ask me the top 4 question, Jay. A lot of it depends on how often David Luiz can do that. If he can have that level of consistency week in, week out, and that intensity to his game, then they'll be right up there.
I mean, him and Rudiger look like a proper partnership today.
Yeah.
They were working together, one dropping, one attacking the ball, and vice versa. So they were. But what they had in their favour today, which isn't every week, is they had 2 fullbacks that played alongside them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't leave them exposed. So the space is down the sides, that they didn't have to run out to fullback areas today. And that's the difference. Can they do that every week when they've actually got to defend their little areas?
Sarri's learning all the time, isn't he? You know, he's still so new to English football. Well, we've spoken about